Good evening. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. Today's date is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. And I want to ask your grace tonight because I'm going to discuss a little bit of finance from a very strictly layman's point of view. We've been hearing that there is a large real estate development company in China that is having extreme financial difficulties. And I'm talking about the Evergrande. The Hong Kong stock market has stopped trading of Evergrande stocks as of March, and the company is hoping to come up with a restructuring plan that will meet with approval so that trading can begin again. Just to give you a little idea of how beleaguered, I like that word when it comes to things that may be dark cat cabal related, how much they're struggling, in other words. The South China Morning Post just yesterday had a good article about it. So if you'd like to go to them, you can. I had to copy and paste a screenshot or it would have slowed this Zoom session down too much. But anyway, they said that they are working to try to establish approval for resumed trading. They have $2 billion in US deposits that they have not even explained where they went. They haven't been able to put out financial reports in over a year to shareholders. The restructuring plan is supposed to be out by July, even if it's approved, which I think even from a layman's perspective looks really unlikely. It's going to be a much smaller concern than it used to be. I did one little bit of looking, and on January 4th of 2021, the stock price for Evergrande was $1.80 a share. That was in January of 2021. Today, it closed at 12 cents. Oh, assuming someone can figure out how to buy it when it's been delisted from certain markets. I don't know. Anyway, there is speculation in the alt media community and among truth seekers that the Evergrande is the collapse of the Evergrande, the bankruptcy, whatever, of Evergrande is going to be the straw that broke the camel's back for the stock market, and that a crash, which has been expected, is going to be precipitated by Evergrande and their huge debt load and mismanagement of investor money. I did also read that they've hired auditors for months to go over the books, and time and again, those auditors resigned. So something's up with Evergrande. Something's up with Evergrande. And I believe this, maybe somebody can tell me in the comments, is this the same Evergrande that owned the Everforward that got stuck in Massachusetts, the Chesapeake Bay Harbor for a month, or the one that owned the container ship that went wonky in the Suez Canal last year? I'm wondering. If so, then they're also tied with Walmart and some dark money sources. So anyway, you know, when deep state or dark hats have financial troubles after centuries of imposing them on us, I don't have a lot of sympathy. The one thing, when you position yourself to be the 1/10 of 1% that owns the world, you give the other 99.99% of people very little cause to feel sympathy for you. And you know, when people don't have a heck of a lot to lose, and you've taken so much from so many that many of us don't, you create a little bit of a situation that you may not have wanted to create. Okay, well, anyway, let's ask the cards about Evergrande. Is the company going to continue its slide into bankruptcy and collapse? And will that affect our stock markets? Because quite honestly, if the stock market needs to crash so that we can start rebuilding with gold-backed money, I'm all for it. Because people, keep this in mind as we're looking at this. These are fiat money situations. And today, as I make this video on June 22nd, over half of our planet is now on asset-backed currencies. They include the BRICS nations, which are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and 12 other nations, including Saudi Arabia. So the only reason that countries aren't is because they're trying like heck to maneuver the last of their fiat resources, and it's their swan song. It's their swan song. Okay, so let's see what the universe has to say about the prospects of Evergrande continuing their demise, and will that be the catalyst for the stock market, as many are saying it will be. Let's see what the universe has to say. And if the universe wants to provide other information about finances, I'm all for it, because I'll just have to see what intuition and the cards say. Like I said, I am definitely a layman. Okay, one second. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Evergrande. Card 1, the Fool. Card 2, Lovers. Card 3, Knight of Swords. Card 4, Empress. Card 5 is the 8 of Pentacles. Advice and clarification is Queen of Pentacles. And the 7 of Swords. Okay, those of us that are curious about the situation with Evergrande, we're indicated by the Fool. Doesn't mean we're foolish. It means that we are kind of starting out on a journey here of understanding and kind of have an innocent energy that the universe does go to great lengths to protect. Situation is indicated by the Lovers card, which means that Evergrande is, I believe, actually trying to get their ducks in a row, hoping for reprieve. Let's see if we get an idea of shenanigans or outcome here. In the recent past, Knight of Swords. Okay, that's one of my white hat cards. So the white hats have been watching the situation, and I think it may end up being used as a catalyst. As I said, let's see. Current situation, we have the Empress, and that is the epitome of the divine feminine energy. And so what I'm getting on this is there's no way Evergrande's not going to be in a whole lot of trouble, and they are going to be working hard to try to restructure. We got this as a card about skilled labor, hard work, but ultimately they're facing quite a bit of losses, and they're hoping we don't look too closely at some of the situations, like the $2 billion they can't explain. Let's get a few more cards and see what's going on, and maybe effect on the stock market. Okay, now once again, people, there is a concurrent financial system that is ready to go. We just have to get these Khazarian mafia deadbeats to relinquish the last of the fiat system and get it in. So, and it makes it hard for us waiting, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck and month to month, for things to change. But change is coming, good change. Okay, and the Hermit's keeping an eye on that change and on the white hats. And So our situation came to off-world attention, our dilemma, the fact that our path as a race had been interfered with so grievously. And so I have utter faith that corrective measures extend beyond us into off-world, divine, future self, maybe all of the above, all of the above. Okay, got the death card. So yeah. And then we have the Six of Cups. So what I'm getting is Evergrande it is a huge catalyst. It may be the tipping point for that change. And when it comes, it may be a little bit painful, but it's going to hurt that 1/10 of 1% a whole lot more than the rest of us. And ultimately, good things. Okay, so hang in there. And in the meantime, if you have friends or neighbors or family members that you know are financially struggling and you're in a position to help a little bit, please do so. We need to be there for one another to the extent that we can within our means. It doesn't have to be a lot. I pay someone's electric bill I'm not related to. It doesn't have to be a lot to make a difference. And if we all help one or two people, the world's going to be a better place as we go through these dark final days of this age and into the new one that's going to be so incredibly wonderful. That's it for this video. I do appreciate the time you take listening to me, and I hope that you get some value from it and that I don't take up too much of your time because it's precious. And if you're awake, you have to go to lots of places to find information because it's not too readily available. So once again, thank you.